Hello, folks, and welcome back to One to Deploy. I'm your host, Daniel Martin, and today I'm tackling one of the biggest points of confusion in business: the difference between advertising and marketing, and then the difference between sales and marketing. Because here's the thing: most business owners think that they are, quote, doing marketing, when all they're really doing is running ads. Or they think their marketing team should be closing deals like salespeople. The lines blur, and that's where the money gets wasted. So, let's pull it all apart and get really clear. Part 1: Advertising versus marketing. Here's the short version. Advertising is a slice. Marketing is the whole pie. But let's go deeper. Marketing is about understanding your customer at a deep level. What they want, what they fear, how they make decisions, and where they spend their attention. Marketing covers the research, the positioning, the branding, the content, the partnerships, the pricing. I'm running out of breath, there's so much it covers. Everything that goes into making your product or service desirable. Advertising, on the other hand, is simply paying to put your message in front of people. Now, I'm sure ad men would compete and argue with me on that point, but it is quite simply paying to put your message, no matter how well crafted it is, in front of people. Google ads, Facebook campaigns, a billboard on the highway, that's all advertising. And it is but one tool inside the marketing toolbox. Here's a story to illustrate. Imagine you're opening a new cafe. Marketing is deciding your cafe has a coastal surf vibe because you know that your audience are young beachgoers. It's choosing the menu that resonates with them. It's designing the logo, the colors, the Instagram page that builds anticipation before you even open. Advertising, on the other hand, is taking out an ad in the local paper or running a Facebook campaign saying, "Grand opening this Saturday, free coffee before 11 a.m. See the difference? One is the whole game plan. The other is just an announcement. And here's the kicker. Advertising without marketing is like shouting into a crowd without knowing who's there. Sure, you might be loud, but nobody cares. Marketing gives you the message and the audience, so when you advertise, it lands. Part 2: Sales versus marketing. Now, the second big mix-up: sales versus marketing. This is a pet hate of mine, I have to say. Marketing is everything that happens before the customer is ready to buy. It's awareness, it's interest, it's trust building. Marketing is the magnet that draws people closer. By contrast, sales kicks in once that person is leaning in, once they're curious. Maybe they are ready to buy, but they need a little nudge, maybe a conversation, some reassurance. Sales is where you take that interest and turn it into a signed deal, a purchase, or a contract. Think about it like dating. Marketing is getting noticed, starting conversations, showing your best self, creating that attraction. Sales, by contrast, is popping the question: will you go out with me? Will you commit to having dinner with me? The mistake many businesses make is either expecting their sales team to drum up demand from thin air with cold calls and hustle, which ultimately burns them out. Or, by contrast, it is expecting their marketing team to act like salespeople, pushing too hard and turning campaigns into desperate pitches. When it works properly, marketing makes people want to talk to you. Sales makes sure they don't regret it. Part 3: Why all this matters. So why does this matter? It matters because when you blur these lines, you waste time and you waste money. You spend thousands on ads that flop because the marketing strategy underneath it wasn't there. You hire salespeople who fail, not because they're bad, but because marketing didn't build enough demand for them to work with. Or you think marketing when you're really just posting salesy content disguised as ads. But when you align them all, everything clicks together. Marketing defines the story, shapes the message, and positions you where your audience is paying attention. Advertising amplifies that message in all of the right places. And sales takes those warmed up leads and makes them close. It's like a relay race. Marketing runs the first leg, advertising gives the sprint boost, and sales crosses that finish line. If one runner drops the baton, the whole thing collapses. So here's the challenge for you. Here's your one to deploy. Next time you're looking at your growth plan, ask yourself, am I doing marketing or am I just throwing money at ads? Am I expecting sales to do the job of marketing? Or am I expecting marketing to do the job of sales? Get those distinctions right, and suddenly your ads become more effective, your salespeople perform better, and your whole business grows more smoothly. So, that is all for today's episode of One to Deploy. I'm your host, Daniel Martin, and until next time, think sharp, build bold, one to deploy.